Stem cell research. Stem cells are capable of dividing endlessly to form any number of cells. They are capable of differentiating or converting into any type of cell, a skin cell for example. In adults, they are found mixed in with the cells of the liver, bone marrow, and skin. Early-stage human embryos are 100% stem cells. The image shown is a small cluster of stem cells. Stem cells of the totipotent and pluripotent forms divide to form either duplicates of themselves or a new cell of the variety directly below in the chart. For example, a pluripotent cell would either copy itself or form blood stem cells or other stem cells. Embryonic stem cells are totipotent. As they can divide endlessly and form any type of cell, stem cells may, one day, be used to grow healthy cells to treat diseases. The biomedical company Novacell recently used stem cells to successfully cure diabetes in test mice. Stem cells can replace damaged tissue by forming healthy cells to replace the dead ones. Therapeutic cloning involves cloning an ill individual to obtain embryonic stem cells with identical DNA. Just some of the many diseases scientists hope to be able to cure with stem cells are diabetes, cancer, leukemia, Alzheimer's, and Parkinson's. Diabetes has already been cured in test mice, but Novacell says it will be many years before the procedure is safe for human testing. Leukemia, a disease affecting bone marrow and thus blood, could be treated by using stem cells to grow healthy bone marrow and performing transplants. Alzheimer's and Parkinson's, neurological diseases, would be the hardest to treat as A. Neurons are the most difficult cells to obtain from stem cells, and B. Stem cells are most likely to form dangerous cancer when injected into the brain or spinal column. This comic shows how stem cells may one day be used to treat neurological diseases. Unlike what's shown, the patient would not be conscious during stem cell injection, as a minor surgery would be needed to access the brain. Also, the stem cells would replace the damaged neurons instead of delivering chemical factors. The most common ways of acquiring and using stem cells are very controversial. In nearly all cases, embryos must be completely destroyed to obtain embryonic stem cells. To protect the embryos found in places such as fertility clinics, laboratories have begun artificially fertilizing eggs in a process called fetus farming. Believing that the growth of a human being to be sold for profit was a moral crime, Congress passed bills to ban it immediately. To find ways to continue research without upsetting protest groups, scientists have found many ways of acquiring stem cells aside from the conventional methods. Fertility clinics routinely remove a single cell from embryos to test for genetic disorders. Stem cell researchers do the same. A single cell is removed and replicated in a laboratory. Stem cells harvested from the skin of adults can be used in research, but adult stem cells exist in much smaller numbers than embryonic stem cells. Women who are infertile in some way have been asked to donate their eggs for research. The program is completely voluntary, but even still, some groups feel that the women are being exploited. President George W. Bush is outspokenly against stem cell research. He feels that the destruction of an embryo for any purpose is murder. He was quick to sign the Fetus Farming Prohibition Act and veto the Stem Cell Research Enhancement Act. Even so, he was the first president to make any federal funding permanently available for research on stem cell lines that already existed. His father, George H.W. Bush, felt the opposite way. He was a strong advocate for the research he knew might one day save millions of lives. Bill Clinton's feelings about stem cell research are less obvious. He once made federal funding available, but he quickly repealed the act after swarms of protesters showed their dissent.